People sometimes lend their phones to their child, their friends, and even to strangers. To make this kind of temporary lending more trustworthy and convenient, we created a modular smartphone built for lending. The concept is that the phone can be separated, so one piece can be lent while the owner retains another piece to continue their tasks and monitor lendee activity. For example, a parent can lend a piece to occupy their child with a game while they respond to important emails. A piece can be lent to a friend so they can navigate using a map without risk of personal messages or data being exposed. Even lending to a stranger is more comfortable, such as helping someone with a dead battery to call home. Our prototype may be a bit large, but it's fully functional and self-contained. The main piece is a 3D printed case housing a Nexus 6P with slots to hold two other pieces. The medium piece houses a Nexus 4 and has rails to slide in and out with a small divot for grasping. The small lendable piece houses a miniature Android phone, also with sliding rails and a small divot. A lending session begins by sliding a piece. When partially slid out, a menu is displayed to modify the lending mode. If the piece is slid without pausing, a default mode is selected. There are 4 modes: app lending, guest mode, screen sharing, and full access. There's also an option to swap which piece is lent. App lending mode is for lending a single app. It can be selected by half sliding, tapping to select app lending, and tapping again to pick the app. Guest lending is for lending a set of apps. If the piece is slid out with no apps open, this mode is selected with default apps. In these modes, the lendee can request access to another app by tapping on a locked app icon. This triggers a lender notification so they can approve or deny the request. Once granted, the lendee can access the app. Screen sharing mode is a one-way view of the lender's screen on the lendee's piece. This is useful for getting technical help or sharing content. Finally, full access mode enables both pieces to function as independent phones, useful when lending to trustworthy people like a spouse. Regardless of lending mode, the lender can monitor lendee activity using a persistent notification showing the current app in use, which can be expanded into a real-time view of the lendee's screen, and a detailed log of the lendee's session. A subset of lending modes are available on the small piece. For example, the guest mode is restricted to apps like phone dialing. The role of the pieces can also be swapped using the menu. For example, the large piece can be lent while the lender keeps the small piece to monitor lendee activity and keep up with their own personal notifications. For more information about a modular smartphone built for lending, please see our paper.